Hello, everyone. Hey, everyone. Jim Phoenix here, and another exciting episode of Streamin Demons. We have my super special co-host, Voodoo Priestess. Say hello.
Hello.
And our awesome guest, Audrey 111.
How's it going?
That's your name, 111, or is that like I?
Yeah, it's the same thing. Audrey 3.
3. Okay.
If you add it up, it makes my name. Yes.
4? No. I can't do math today. So, on our podcast, Streamin Demons, like always, we have one new, one old, and one borrowed, which is rental. I'll be doing the rental last. But first, because I am lazy, because our special guest is always so special to us, we let our special guest present. Audrey, take it away.
Okay, so my movie this week was, I'm not sure I can say this out loud. You can bleep me if you need to. I did a movie on streaming called Uncle Peckerhead.
Uncle Peckerhead? I got get the fuck out of the closet last time, so Uncle Peckerhead.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
He was leaving the attic, not the closet.
Oh, get out of fucking something. That's all I know. Or stay the fuck out.
But no, Uncle Peckerhead is a great movie. It came out just last year, and I couldn't believe it. It was already like free to watch on streaming. It's like free to watch on Voodoo if you have that. It's on Amazon Prime already. And it came out of August last year, and I saw it on a few people's like best of 2020 lists. And once I watched it, I understood why. It is very good. It's about a band, a punk band named Duh. And they're going on their first tour. But the day they're going to do that, their van gets repossessed. So they're going around sticking Post-it notes on people's vans, like, can we borrow your van? Until they find this guy who's living in his van, but he's like, okay, look, you can take my van, but I'll drive you to your gigs. So they're like, well, he's kind of creepy, but okay.
Wait,
we don't have a lot
of
options here.
Van down by the river?
Kind of, yeah.
Was it?
Down by the bay where the water. What was it?
He's in the parking lot. I don't think it was
before
river,
Voodoo was born. This comedian called Chris Farley. He used to do this bit on this show called SNL, and sorry, Farley.
Living in a van down by the river. I remember that. Yes.
Yeah.
But no, this guy's name is Peckerhead, or at least that's what he says his dad calls him, but his friends call him Peck. And so he becomes their roadie. But it turns out that he's kind of a demon, that he turns into a demon like at midnight every night and eats people. But he's such a good roadie, they decide to stay with him.
So it's like Shrek?
If Shrek ate people, kind of, yeah. If Fiona ate people.
Oh, Fiona, yeah. Okay. Oh, that's right. Fiona was the one who turned into an ogre at midnight.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you would think
Fiona ate Shrek.
Judy, the main girl that's in the band, she definitely doesn't want to like. She's like, we can't stay with this guy. He's a demon. He eats people. But the other members of the band are like, but he's a really good roadie. He like.
You know how hard it is to get one of those?
And yeah, and Dave Littleton, who plays Peckerhead, does such a good job. You can actually see why they wanted to stay with him instead of just like, running off when they found out he eats people.
So it's kind of like he's a good dude. He's just a little cursed. And his curse is he has to eat people?
You find that out. You find that out later.
No spoilers.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much. But it's a really good movie. It's funny. It's probably more about the band than it is about him being a demon and eating people. But that doesn't really matter. The only thing is, I'm not sure. I don't know much about punk music. Green Day's about as punk as I get. So I have no idea if their band is actually any good.
Well, Judy was a punk.
Real quick, do you like the music that you're listening to? Because like that's the only real criteria you need if you think music is good.
It wasn't bad. I mean,
it was
Would you pay for it? The music?
The music? Mm-hmm. Oh, man, probably not. Well, I think they were selling like cassette tapes of like their demos for, like $7. I'm like, I might buy that if I went to one of their shows.
$7 for a cassette tape. Jesus.
But yeah, it's a really good movie. It's really funny. The cast is awesome. This was
Cool.
like the first movie the director ever did. He'd only done shorts before.
Really?
Yeah.
That's very cool.
And so I highly recommend it. Matthew Lawrence, that was the director, and he also wrote the movie. So
I'm wondering whether that's what just like, well, you guys demo reel up. I'm gonna go with the director land and just finance the shit out of this. And all we need is a punk band that can't be that expensive and someone to eat people. Is that or Jeffrey Dahmer? Ooh, too soon.
And the visual effects, well, there weren't really visual effects, there were practical effects, and they were all really, really good.
Cool.
And
cool.
there's like a punk versus metal competition going on kind of in there.
Oh, wow. That's actually a movie for me then. What's this called?
Uncle Peckerhead.
Uncle Peckerhead.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that a fucking Primus song? Or am I thinking of Uncle Cracker? Uncle Peckerhead. The kids at school used to call me that all the time. Uncle Peckerhead.
The only thing is they never called him Uncle in the movie. That's the thing. They called him Peck mostly, or Peckerhead.
Oh, Peck. Yeah, I was like, usually they just used to call me Pecker. Fucking Pecker. For a big swath of people, I have no idea why Audrey and I are laughing about the name. Voodoo Priestess. Did that name mean anything to you, Peckerhead or Pecker?
Peckerhead.
Pecker in general.
Like a dick or something, but
okay, it does mean. I didn't know if it went to the West Coast. Okay, yeah, I mean that was like the old. Yeah, I was just wondering because not so much if you wouldn't know what the name
if California knew what a dick was.
Well, we all have different names. I was making Peter jokes the entire fucking time. Like, what was it? Sometime this week, and people are like, really? Nothing's hitting? Really? Nothing is hitting?
Peter jokes?
Peter is another name for a penis. And that's Johnson. But that's when you're seeing Spider-Man and saying, you're Peter Tingle. It's really funny for a portion of the crowd. Another crowd part of it's like doing what? So I know Peckerhead. Fans at home, do you know what Peckerhead is? If so, write us at Haunted Montreal, MTL, on Twitter. Show us your tweeting skills.
Send all the dick pics you want specifically to our boss. He's loving his DMs being open, so send him everything.
And my personal DM is what is it? Evangeline _.
You suck.
Probably. Oh, so okay, so we have track on little verbiage right there. And so punk rock, it's got killing and it's horror, so it's a little bit comedy. It's got some heart probably in it because they're eating people. What would you give it, Audrey, out of 5 Cthulhus?
Oh, I was going to give it a 5 because I really did enjoy it that much, but they had a poop joke in there, so I had to take off 1 star. But at the same time, I laughed at the poop joke. So, I had to take off a star because it made me laugh at the poop joke. So,
see, that is kind of cool. We all have that one thing. I mean, but the movie was called Uncle Peckerhead. Yeah. Cool. That's a great way to start off. And now we're going on to the old. All right, Voodoo Priestess. Which movie did you get? Was it something with Charlton Heston in it? Did the people talk in this one?
Yes, they did. As a matter of fact, there was Tony Todd in it.
Tony Todd. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to rhyme, but it's right on time.
It was called Dead of the Night. Basically, Tony Todd owns a haunted house. He just owns it, and he lets ghost people go inside and film inside the house. And then they all die, and the movie is rewatching the footage from the policeman's point of view, trying to piece together why they all died.
So it's okay. It's not. It's a found footage thing, then, right?
Yeah, it's part found footage, and then there's like the scenes with the police
A
that
police
make up
procedural. Okay.
yeah, that make up maybe about a third or a fourth of the film.
That's kind of cool. Does Mr. Tony Todd appear heavily, or is this kind of like presenting?
No.
Tony
He just
Todd presents.
I think he shows up in the first. He's pretty prominent in the first 10 minutes, and
That's so
then
cool.
he shows up again like the last
Dun, dun,
5.
dun. No, it's all good. We really like Tony Todd, not just because he follows us and he's a cool guy, but we just like his body of work and what he can bring. Tony Todd is one of those actors who can really see something on the script and go, I get it, and I can make this a bit better. Just from his background and diving into the character and really bringing stuff out. Like Candyman was 1,000,000% Tony Todd and a bunch of
Yep.
bees, you know.
Yeah. In this movie, he had an accent, I think. He was trying to go for an accent, and then like he sometimes didn't, and I think it was because he was faking the accent, and they might have mentioned that, but then sometimes when he was just talking regular, he still sort of had the accent. So I was confused on the accent. So Tony Todd, if by some weird reason you're listening to our podcast, can you explain the accent?
Yeah.
What kind of accent was it supposed to be?
Cockney. Good lad, governor. Gonna cut you up, chip chip. Here you go. Good God.
Then there's some sort of yeah. That's actually how the movie went, just like that.
Random art pieces falling down. Actually, that's very nice. So, what kind of accent was it?
It was like
really
I think
Cockney?
it might have been British. I wish I had a clip or something I could show you. The movie's available on Tubi.
I had a pencil thin mustache.
Yeah. I find it really funny how the picture of, because you know how Tubi has like a poster or whatever to show the movie.
Oh.
So Tony Todd, it has his name up there above the word dead. That it has him standing there holding a bloody scythe, and it's like really makes you think of Candyman, actually.
Well, it's like Candyman in Final Destination, right? Wasn't he Death in Final Destination?
He wasn't Death. He was a mortician.
Wink, right? Who just kind of gave up the rules.
He was, yeah, actually, yeah, but he was still a straight up mortician. Okay. Tony Todd's in a lot of stuff. He just like pops in everything every once in a while. He'll be there for like 5 minutes, and it's like, there's Tony Todd. Bye, Tony Todd.
Oh man, it reminds me of like Machete. He used to say like, he's watching himself on TV one day. Like, when did I do this movie? Yeah, no, it just sometimes it happens. And if Tony Todd doesn't answer, I wonder if it was he shot a bunch of scenes with the accent. They did a bunch of other stuff and they got called back. And I was like, oh, what are we doing today? And they're like, no accent.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of got that vibe from some of the...
Like there were reshoots.
Yeah, because there's some like weird, or not weird, but awkward scenes where it's like there's everyone's head is individually in the frame while they're having a conversation. Like here's one person's head, and then it's the other person's talking, so then all of a sudden you're just framing like Tony Todd's head, and then you're just framing the police detective's head over here when he answers.
That would work so much better with your camera on, by the way.
It would.
Like, I know you're doing the thing with your hands because you pause as you talk, but I'm like, we can't see anything, dude. For those of you at home, Voodoo Priestess does not leave cameras on. I'm the only idiot that does. Cheers.
I'm sorry. You know what? One day, I promise, I'll turn the camera on, and you'll be like, "Hey, that's
Put
you."
the camera. Damn it. Maybe that way we can actually see you play Pokemon. No.
I know. That's one of the reasons I don't actually.
That's all good.
I will say the found footage parts, there were a lot in like night vision, so it was in black and white,
Okay.
and
Damn.
it kind of made the blood effects look a lot worse, like they were spitting up or spilling coffee everywhere.
You know what, Voodoo? If that is your own name, like Pam would say, I find it amazing that even when you find a movie in this millennia, you have to search for one that's still in black and white somehow. Like, which is that the thing you draw? I'm like, it must be in black and white. This one, I have to do this one. Look, there's some black and white footage here. Yeah,
It's old. It's old. I was doing the old, and I like old.
I like gold. Dang it.
Okay, we'll get her to do the lighthouse next week. We'll just tell her it's old.
You guys are doing the lighthouse?
No. Oh, my train's come to visit. Can you hear it?
Choo Choo Charlie. Okay, out of 5 Cthulhu's, what would you give this movie? Whose name I've already forgotten.
Dead
I know
of
Tony
the
Todd.
Night.
Like all I know is Tony Todd's in it, and that's good enough for me.
N-I-T-E.
Nite. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't know why.
All right.
Like,
So how many Cthulhu's?
probably like a 2.
Do you pick any movies that you're like, I love this movie, I can't wait?
This was so last minute. I just saw Tony
true.
Todd on the card here, and I was like, okay, it's Tony Todd. I'm gonna trust this to be a really great movie. But he wasn't in it enough to like save it.
Well,
Sorry,
that is true, guys, ladies and gentlemen, ladies. Evie pretty much watched this movie right before we started recording because my schedule just opened up, and Audrey was very nice, saying that she would also perform, and so we're doing this off the cuff. And the person I'm of course thinking of was Danny Trejo, that would be watching his own movies, not remembering he was in them. So once you did enough stuff, maybe Tony Todd's the same way. Like, man, I did something for this, and here I am. Cool.
Honestly,
so
I think there's a lot of horror actors that are like that. It's just like all of a sudden.
And a million things. Yeah, like which one is this? Am I the spider or getting eaten by a spider? I'm getting eaten by a spider. Okay. Spiders. Eels. Those sharks. Yeah.
I'm like pretty sure Jeffrey Combs is the same way.
Oh, Combs is amazing too. Yeah.
I went to a con once where John Cusack was doing a Q&A, and somebody asked him about a movie. He's like, I never watched that movie, even though I was in it.
Oh, so, yeah, no.
They do.
On Twitter, there was like Ryan Reynolds tweeting about the Green Lantern. So I get this feeling that a lot of actors, they're just like, they were in the movie, they don't really feel like watching it.
Yeah, well, a lot of them will also just walk out in premieres midway. Like,
yeah, Adam Driver hates watching himself on screen, so he just walks out if he has to watch himself.
Oh, is he the dude who is
the dude?
Yeah, the dude who is out of cash in Star Wars.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's him.
Oh man, I'm all out of cash. Yes. That is Adam Driver being the producer or director of that. In Star Wars.
Yeah.
That actually was from just SNL, but yeah. So 2, which is so usual. So we floated from almost a perfect 5 to a almost perfect 2. And let me see, what do I have? I have the rental-ish right now. You can't, as we're speaking right now, you cannot see this. You can only pre-order. I was given a promo copy by Arrow. Thank you very much, Justin. Arrow. And I have to apologize to my staff right now. There's a lot of times where we get promo copies, and I'm like, yeah, here, you guys, let me know how it works. Run along, little kids. I saw the poster. I'm like, that's interesting. And I saw the trailer. I'm like, oh, no. Yeah, this one's mine. Witness Infection.
He leaves the shit for us.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, you know what? I don't grab everything. Just every once in a while, I'll grab one for me. This was just the one for me. This was me. You don't know. Maybe this was horrible. Maybe it turned out horrible. It didn't.
No, I listened to What's Cracking. So
you listened to What's Cracking already? Yeah, yes. We did an interview with Carlos and Jill Michelle. Great people as well. And if you haven't heard the interview, I will link it below. It's a little bit of a truncated interview for our podcast. We'll have the full interview, which I believe is 10 extra minutes total on our YouTube channel as soon as Jimbo gets that launched out. So, Witness Infection. It comes out on March 30th on streaming everywhere. You can pre-order it now on iTunes. I already bought someone a copy. Sorry, Twitter folks, it's already done with. I suggest you guys rent it, watch it, buy it, steal it from your neighbor's yard. It doesn't matter to me. Here is the log line. Sometimes the past comes back to bite you. 2 rival mob families are transferred from the Witness Protection Agency by mistake to the same city. So like a small town in California, 2 rival mob families, already things can go horribly wrong. Now, add in a zombie apocalyptic type of infection type going on, and things go very wrong quickly. All right. I love this movie. I love the cold. It's not really a cold opening, but it could be used as a cold opening a little bit. They set it up really well, and it is a comedy horror, and is one of the few comedy horrors that do comedy and horror really well. They are the writers are very smart. The writers are Carlos and Jill Michelle. They not only are smart writing, but it's character writing. And this is what really makes me love the movie. It's the quirks of the people, it's the story arcs, it's the character arcs. Everyone has one. It's Shaun of the Dead meets what's a good meets Goodfellas. Yeah, good. I'll go with Goodfellas. I was trying to see the one that used to be on HBO forever and ever, Sopranos, but it's really Shaun of the Dead meets Sopranos or Goodfellas or even Casino for the Partner. I believe the acting is top notch. The special effects, they're all practical. It's all practical effects, and it is amazing to see what they do with these effects. Just amazing. Plus, in the end, it's really just a family movie. You know, it's got a little bit something for everyone. It's won a bajillion awards. So anyone, you too. You like Shaun of the Dead comedy, horror comedies?
Yes.
Which horror comedy? Which horror comedy you like?
Well, I actually really do like Shaun of the Dead. Tucker and Dale versus
Tucker
Evil.
and Dale.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Classic.
Audrey, how about you?
Well, I enjoyed Uncle Peckerhead.
Uncle,
that's a horror comedy.
Uncle Peckerhead. Voodoo Priestess, you're saying?
I was going to say also like the scary movies, even like.
Yeah. Scary
Sometimes
movies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
Haunted House.
You can cut those in half and like bits of them work. Like they don't all necessarily work all together, but.
Well, what's your favorite scary comedy, horror comedy? Oh, that's a tough one, isn't it?
Does Ginger Snaps count? Because I love Ginger Snaps.
I think that's more of a dark comedy.
Well, it's a dark comedy, but it's still a comedy.
What's horror? Tell you what. Voodoo, what's yours? It could be anything. Don't worry. Didn't want to put you on the spot.
But you did. You already did.
Don't put baby in the box. Got it.
Yeah.
Unless it's chopped up. This is a horror podcast.
I'm trying to think of something that's actually like a horror comedy.
Well, you just named a couple of them.
I did.
Just go with Evil Dead. I mean, that's everybody's.
Oh, yeah. The Ash versus the Evil Dead, the TV show.
Is that your favorite one? Ash vs. Evil Dead?
Is
it?
No.
Man, this bit's going fucking nowhere now.
I know, that's what you get for asking someone their favorite, because then all of a sudden it's like, I need a list stat to choose from and compare.
Give me the first one.
Let's just go with Shaun of the Dead.
And I'll tell you why that's wrong. Because you haven't seen Witness Infection yet, which is the bit I wanted to get to 5 minutes ago when I started on this fucking venture. Like, just name 4 movies already. Just pick one. It didn't matter to me. I just want to use my punch. That's all I wanted. But okay.
You're welcome. I'm here to ruin everyone else's comedic timing.
Shit. It's all good. Next week we're doing Dr. Payne, though.
Wait, I thought we had a special guest one day who was supposed to come by and not be affiliated with the site.
Didn't materialize. So I used to love Shaun. I still love Shaun of the Dead. And I do love Dale. I've actually shown Dale and Tucker versus Evil in classes before. I don't remember which class. I think ethics. I think it was ethics or social psychology or both. I'm pretty lazy sometimes.
I think the one chicken, it was supposed to try to be a psychologist or whatever. So
it works out. That's why I told the dean, like, hey, I don't, the kids like it. I don't know. It wasn't a kindergarten class. It was a university. I'm like, what do you want? No, my new favorite horror comedy is Witness Infection. And I can't wait for everyone to see it. I would love to give everyone copies. But too late. Oh, already gave it out. For this one, I'm going to give this, as Audrey almost gave one day, a 4.9999999 out of 5 Cthulhu's, +1 because of the interview. 5 out of 5 Cthulhu's. 5 out of 5 Cthulhu's. Can't get any better. I hope they have a sequel. I hope to see more of this comedy duo in both comedy and drama and horror. I'd love to see more of it. And it's an indie film. Support your indie film, guys. So that's me. 5 out of 5. Microphone drops on that one. So, as we wrap up, we've had a killer rental. We've had a darn great new one with Uncle Peckerhead. I almost said Peckerwood, but yeah, Peckerhead. And our great rental of Witness Infection, and apparently an abysmal showing for.
God damn it! If I had known you guys had movies that you liked, I would have.
That's the entire purpose of this. You know that, right?
Yeah, but it was like last minute. That was like last minute, damn it.
But you know what? We actually got some positive feedback from some of the movies that you didn't like, and I didn't. Because I didn't really like the mutant movie. I know, Audrey, you like New Mutants, and you said like blah, blah, blah,
yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
But I didn't like it not because of any angles. I just didn't like it because I thought it should be scarier. Like it's just like the trailers, the original trailers. I was so hooked into the original trailers for New Mutants that when I saw the finished product, I was like, oh fuck. It just had. I can't wait for the 5-hour Zack Snyder cut to come out. Fuck's sakes. 4 fucking hours. That's a horror movie. And I watched it. No, I watched it.
Well, you know, Godzilla versus Kong is 3 hours.
Oh, but you know what? Oh, I'm looking for that one.
I know. Fucking watch Godzilla and King Kong punch each other in the face for 3 hours. I will do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is next on Combo Box. No. But we do get some fans saying, thank you for showing the movies that we were going to see until you said they were pieces of good crap, and we're not going to spend our money on them no more. So
no, now I feel bad.
No, don't, because people come to us for movie advice, right or wrong. And if we love a movie, it kind of sells it. And if we're like, dude, it wasn't for me, and it kind of makes people go, oh, maybe I'll wait until it comes out on Betamax. You know, that Evo ticket, like, oh, Betamax, I can play this. Yeah, new technology. So it's okay to be twos. Twos are fine. One day, Evie, you're going to find whatever cool movie you want, picture it in your mind, and you're gonna say, I want this movie next time, we all know next time Evie's gonna have like a 4 to 5 Cthulhu movie. We all know that. We're gonna send that vibe out into the ether. Even if it's a rental, I'll pay for it. Evil. Voodoo Priestess, I'll pay for it. Just watch it. This is the one I want. As long as it's the one you want, let's go for it. And with that said, who wants to plug? Audrey, you're a guest. Please, what do you want to plug?
I will plug your What's Crackin' podcast.
What is Crackin'?
Is there going to be more of those?
There are going to be more of those as soon as we get more and more interviews lined up. I needed something that was interviewee, and that is something that we do slowly line up. I might have another interview with the director-writer of Get the Fuck Out of the Attic, out of the fucking attic, stay out of grandma's room, something like that. Hopefully they don't hear this podcast before I interview them. But if they do, there's nothing wrong. It's just I don't remember titles sometimes. Stay out of the fucking attic or keep out of the fucking attic. It's just fucking attic is the podcast we're actually talking about today. So yeah, thank you very much for that plug. Voodoo Priestess, what would you like to plug?
You know what? I would like to plug let's just plug Busy Pop and their Hell of a Boss TV little cartoon show they have on freaking YouTube, and also Has Been Hotel that I think got picked up by a major studio that they're working on. Yeah.
Cool. I actually thought you meant like Fizzy Pop the drink. I'm like, now you're just plugging random dollar store sodas and shit. Do I have to talk to you in pain later on? Like, dude, no more beer stuff. No, that sounds awesome. I'm glad that one show got picked up by a major studio. Maybe another major studio can pick up what I'm going to plug, besides, of course, Witness Infection that comes out March 30th to all streaming devices near you. I am going to plug Truth Seekers. If you haven't seen it, it's on Amazon Prime. You should see it now before it goes away. Amazon dropped the fucking ball on that. Sorry.
Yeah, that was another Simon Pegg and Nick Frost movie thing.
It was so smart and funny, and it had a stellar cast too. It has stellar
great
cast.
Actors. They're all...
Dow was in it. Cripes.
Anybody hear why they didn't pick it up for a second season?
No. No, they just. And I do understand that Nick had the trajectory kind of planned out already. Like they Bibled it, they had it all sorted out, and Amazon's like, fuck it, why not?
Well, they sunk all their money into the Lord of the Rings show, apparently.
Because we all need more fucking hobbits. And with that said, remember, kids, if you've seen a movie we haven't, well, fuck it. There's only like 2.5 of us with rotating guests, so really 3-ish billion people on the planet. Chances are, yeah, whatever. And without any further ado, remember, from us to you, bye-bye.
Bye.
Everyone.